Yeah, so Floyd Mayweather fighting a Japanese kickboxer. That's interesting. That's newsworthy. But perhaps more newsworthy is what kind of fight is it going to be? You know, when I first saw the news yesterday, and it just came out last night, my initial thoughts were, there's no way Floyd Mayweather is going to fight a kickboxer in anything but a boxing rules match. But the more I think about it, and after learning several other bits of information, I'm kind of leaning toward maybe Floyd is doing something different here. I saw some news that said, first of all, the exhibition bout would be 3 3-minute rounds. It makes no sense for Floyd Mayweather to fight 3 3-minute boxing rounds against anybody. Floyd Mayweather is an elite, all-time great pound-for-pound fighter. Here's another piece of information. The kickboxer that he's fighting in Japan, undefeated, I think he's 24-0. This guy is a 122-pound fighter. Mayweather has been competing at 147 and above for, I don't know, the better part of at least the greatest part of his career, right? What I'm saying is, Floyd Mayweather's made the most money in his career fighting at welterweight and at junior middleweight. Why would he be boxing a non-boxer that weighs 122 pounds unless that's the kind of fighter, that's the weight advantage that he felt most comfortable in taking a different kind of challenge on? Now, I don't know what kind of different challenge this would be, but what I'm starting to believe and what I'm suspecting, and we'll see if it comes out as true, is that this fight on December 31st in Japan, this fight isn't going to be a straight boxing rules match. It just doesn't make any sense. The weight difference, the reported number of rounds and how long they are, which is standard 3 minutes, but still 3 rounds. This seems to me more like it's going to be a modified mixed martial arts rules of some kind. Now, I don't know what that would be. If I'm Floyd Mayweather, I definitely do not want to try to learn jiu-jitsu or wrestling in a few months. I think that's an almost virtually impossible thing to do, especially against a professional. That's impossible. But what I could see, I guess, what I'm saying is that, what if it was a modified, sort of looks more like kickboxing? I could see Floyd taking that challenge on from a guy that's smaller and from a guy who Mayweather thinks, I'm just bigger than this guy. I'm just better than this guy. Now, is it a mistake? Maybe. I don't know. Depends what kind of rules. Again, I think the rules are going to be important. I don't see Mayweather going into a fight that's something similar to Muay Thai rules where he is having to account for elbows and knees. But is it possible that some kind of modified boxing and feet would be involved? Is that something Floyd will be comfortable with? And I don't know. Again, I don't know. Maybe strikes can only come above his waist, and Floyd's like, hey, I'm one of the greatest defensive fighters of all time. My defense can account for kicks and hands above the waist. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I think that there's more to this story than meets the eye. I think that Mayweather truly is going to test himself, and maybe in a safe-ish way, but still, hats off to you, Floyd Mayweather, if that's what you're doing. I think he's already catching a lot of flack for this. But again, Floyd Mayweather is TBE. He's the best ever at doing what Floyd wants to do, and Floyd wants to make big promotions, make big fights, and make money. And make money is the most important thing. I'm excited about this circus, if you will, because if we're honest with ourselves, that's all any of these combat sports are. They're circuses. Sometimes, especially those of us who follow sports closely, we start thinking that boxing or mixed martial arts or any other thing like that, combat wrestling, whatever you like to watch, you start almost taking it too seriously. In the end, this is a circus, right? This is outside the realm of what normally happens in life. You have two guys that get in this confined area and try to hurt each other, and we all watch, and it's entertainment. This is a circus. This is a glorified circus. And Mayweather knows that, and that's what has made Mayweather so successful. That's why Mayweather is the best at doing what he does, which is making big promotions. I'm not saying Floyd Mayweather is the best boxer ever, if we're talking about throwing and landing punches. He's one of the better boxers ever, of course. He's elite. He's one of the best boxers ever. But he's the best at making money. He's the best at making big fights. And so, yeah, let me know what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what do you foresee in this rules matchup. I don't think it's going to be just boxing, and I'm interested to hear what you think.